question is going to come from Andrew.
Hey, obviously, I think this is the fourth time this season that there's been double-digit leads that have been blown, and I'm just kind of curious, do you view that as early season, things are being experimented with, hiccups are bound to happen, or are there kind of patterns that you've seen that you don't really like that have been forming?
I would say a little bit of both. I would say just getting the lead and then not continue to play the way we've been playing to get the lead. I think taking care of the basketball was one. They had 28 points off our 19 turnovers we talked about. But then also just continue to keep playing the same way. Don't get comfortable and start taking some bad shots, some questionable shots. And then they get out in transition, was able to make some shots as well.
You guys, obviously the first three times it happens, you guys push back this year, and you talked about that resolve, how you were happy to see that. What was different tonight beyond just the quick shots?
I got to watch it. I thought their switch had made us stagnant. I think by moving Draymond to the 5 and be able to switch 1 through 5, I thought it made us stagnant. And so we got to be better with that. And that's on me. So we will be better with that. But we just got to continue to just keep running and playing through the game the way we have been, even if they do switch. So we just got to get better with that.
Thanks, Ted.
Okay, let's move over to Tomir.
Hey, Ty, last game you guys held Steph to one of his worst games of the season, 5 of 17. You talked about what you guys did, you know, crowding him, not really giving him much room. What happened today that he was able to just go off for 38?
I thought we did a good job, in the first half. I think he had 14 in the first half. And then, I think the second half he just got loose and, he made a couple of deep ones, but I thought he got a lot more free than he did the first game. And they ran some different stuff as well to put us in some tough positions. And we knew that would happen. But, I thought overall to start, we did a good job on him of just, being aware of where he's at. And then I think he made 2 threes in that first quarter and kind of got him going a little bit.
I know last time I asked you about this, the crunch time offense, you said 3.5 quarters of, go the offense and let your stars handle the final half quarter. I guess, is this something you have to live with when shots don't go down and you guys get super stagnant like you did today?
No, it's about the shots that we take and that we get. And, I thought against our switching, we could have just posted Kawhi, a lot more. So that's on me. But, like our first game against Another Day, just our slip outs, our setting up picks with Steph Curry was good, and we was able to get generate points off that. So we just didn't execute the way we did after the first game.
Okay, let's move over to Justin Russo.
Hey, Coach. Good evening. What do you feel got the Warriors back into this game late in the third when they went on the run? Was it the turnovers, the stagnation offensively, or just like a collection of everything above?
I think it was turnovers. I didn't think we got stagnant too much until the fourth quarter. But they came in with a lot of energy. Their bench came in with some good energy. I thought Bazemore was terrific for them, coming off the bench and was able to attack the basket, getting some deflections, some steals, and he kind of generated the energy for those guys off the bench.
Okay, let's move over to Thomas.
Hey, Coach. You guys, the bench has been struggling lately, and the bench struggled in the second half today, I believe, scoring just 5 points. Is there anything that you can attribute to that, or is that just a matter of guys just not, kind of making shots tonight?
I got to watch it. I know we didn't make shots for sure. And then, Marcus, still trying to find his rhythm, coming back 1 for 7, trying to work him into the rotation. So, I got to go back and look at it, but I see, it's a big difference in the plus minus section from their bench and our bench. So I got to watch it and see what happens.
Okay, we have time for a few more. Let's move over to Forbat.
Hey, Coach, just to bounce off of that last question. Over the last 3 games, the bench has been scored 146 to 84. Is it a matter of trying to figure out the rotations, staggering? What are you looking at when you're watching them play in terms of trying to figure out how to fix that situation?
Well, the first half, we just kind of went with the 5 guys off the bench, and it was good for us in that first half. And then the second half, we kind of staggered PG and Kawhi like we did in the first game. So just trying to look at just the different combinations and seeing what works and what's better for us with that second unit.
Okay, and the last question is going to come from Miriam.
Hey, Ty. Despite the loss, Paul had another pretty special game. Really was cooking early. What and are you? I mean, where's his confidence at right now?
His confidence is great. I think we could have did a better job of trying to get him free and open him up for some more shots. But I thought he did a great job of just making the right play and the right pass. And he is in a great rhythm right now. So we got to ride this wave while we can.
Thanks, Ty.
Yeah.
Saw that for you. Cameron Buford.
Hey, Paul. You guys held Steph Curry in check for 6 quarters going into the third quarter tonight. Will you talk about the encouragement he gives to the team when he goes off for 19 in the quarter, and then how you guys saw that and were trying to adjust to that?
I mean, when you got a guy that's hot like that, it takes a lot of pressure off of everybody. At that point, guys play harder. They got a guy that's at any point can get hot and is an obvious offensive threat from anywhere on the court. It just fuels the whole team. They want to make extra plays. They want to keep their guy hot, keep the ball in his hands. And then it just gets to a point where, they get comfortable. They get confident that the basket is just as big for them. And so I think that's what happened tonight.
Let's move over to Andrew.
Paul, I guess how would you describe just the post-game locker room tonight? It's been quite a while since the game ended. I mean, was this a extended conversation between you guys?
We just want to just be great as a unit. Just demand greatness out of everybody. We got to be better. All of us included. This was a team loss more than anything. We got to just get better. And we'll work on it. I think this is good. Something like this happened for this team so early. Because fact of the matter is we have to be a better closing out team.
And you guys have closed it when you guys have allowed the leads to go against Denver, the Lakers, and the Suns. You guys have pushed back and won those games. So what was different about tonight that where it just wasn't able to happen?
They got hot and they stayed hot the last 2 quarters. The momentum swung and the team was playing with a lot of confidence.
Okay, let's move over to Owen.
Hey, PG, when things are snowballing like that for the entire team, how do you guys keep this from becoming like a thing or a trend?
We just got to dig deep, dig deep. It's what it comes down to. We just got to dig deep as a group, and just rely on our team defense. It's really what it comes down to. Just rely on team defense to help each other.
Let's move over to Tomer.
Hey, Paul. Ty said his offensive philosophy has been to, get everyone involved, moving first 3.5 quarters and sort of rely on you and Kawhi and Lue if he's in the final 6 minutes. When shots aren't going, when defense isn't really working for you guys, I guess what can you do differently on that end, maybe to get better looks for you guys?
I think it just comes down to us executing. We talked to T just about putting us in sets that we know and we know well. We just execute them. That's just what it comes down to. We're a really good team, and we got a great starting unit when it comes down to finishing games. Just getting to sets that we know very well, and we just execute.
All right, thanks, Paul. That's all I have for you tonight.
Thank you.
All right. Kawhi will be up next. What's up, Kawhi? How's it going?
Good.
All right, let's go ahead and get started. First question will come from Justin Russo.
Hey, Kawhi, good evening. Coach said that he thinks the turnovers late in the third quarter kind of started the snowball effect that allowed Golden State to go on that run. Would you agree with him in that assessment?
Yeah, I mean, our third quarter was terrible. as far as defense, them able to get easy looks, coming down, just laying up the ball with no one there. Steph Curry did a few times, with a guy like him, you definitely can't just give him easy layups. He just gets rolling from there. And and then from there, the Warriors fought. They shifted the momentum and they kept going through that fourth quarter.
Okay, let's move over to Miriam.
Hey, Kawhi. Paul was saying that you guys talked in the locker room and you just have to be better, and this was sort of like a team loss. But what is that? What's the message that you guys have among each other to sort of rectify, losing leads like this?
We just gotta come in and be able to execute. If the other team is scoring that easy, you have to come down and get into something on the offensive end. That's it. But I don't know when it's like we just have to change. Pretty much, we have to change it. Got to get better.
Okay, let's move over to Tomer.
Hey, Kawhi, I asked Paul this, but Ty talked about the offensive philosophy being, having everyone moving and getting involved in the first 3.5 quarters, and then sort of relying on you and PG to take over in the fourth. When shots aren't going down, like today, defense isn't getting it done. Is there anything you can do differently on the offensive end there to get better looks?
Just try to balance the floor out, get it in some sets, but I don't feel like we took any pretty much good shots in that fourth quarter. I have to rewatch it to see. A lot of times it did get stagnant, and some of us didn't know the play we were running. But we have to know what we're running, execute it, and then live with the make or misses.
Okay, let's move over to Andrew.
Kawhi, I asked Ty if he thought these leads that have been blown to start this year was kind of more like early season hiccups, guys learning to play with each other, or more trends that are developing that he doesn't want to see. He thought it was a little bit of both. What kind of trends have you seen so far in these blown leads that, regardless if it's early season or not, need to stop?
I think it's just, Michael was saying, that happened in that third quarter. Just, guys is coming down, getting either open looks or just walking to the basket and laying up the ball. It happened a lot in the beginning of the fourth as well, just giving up easy looks. So we have to do that first. And then, if we were getting the ball off of rebounds, it's kind of easier to score. They're making shots every time down. Their defensive set, it's hard to score in the NBA.
And is that when again, Paul said you guys were talking in the locker room tonight, like what does that look like? I mean, does everyone take a turn talking? Do you take a lead on that?
I'm not about to tell you what we're doing in the locker room, but yeah, where's locker room talk? So
thanks.
All right, Kawhi, that's all I have for you tonight. Have a good night. All right, thanks you guys.